Welcome back to When the Pierre Gets Bored, the podcast where we chat about everything and nothing. Yep, you guessed it, I'm bored. I'm your host, Snip Snap. So guys, lately the world seems full of controversy, conspiracies, and a whole lot of frustration. Honestly, it's been really overwhelming. I found myself doom scrolling for weeks on end, soaking in everyone's opinions, and trust me, I've got a few of my own to share. So in today's episode, we'll dive into the drama surrounding the Super Bowl. There's some things I want to unpack. So get comfy and join me as we navigate the madness together.
Welcome to a brand new episode.
When the Pierre Gets Bored.
Okay, Super Bowl 2026 halftime performer will be Bad Bunny. I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard the announcement that I was gonna be Bad Bunny, I was like that gift of the black guy with the question mark all around him with the confused face, because I really thought it was gonna be Taylor Swift this year, because girl, it was her year. Homegirl got engaged. She dropped 2 albums. Her man plays for the NFL. So it just made sense for it to be her. But I was like, you know what? Let me not judge, because I did that last year when they announced Kendrick. And it was his year. He had the hottest number 1 song in the country. He dropped an album. And I enjoyed the halftime show. And I'm hearing that Bad Bunny had a very successful residency in Puerto Rico. A couple of years ago, Usher had a residency in Las Vegas that was also very successful. So I understand why they picked him. Even though I know 1 to 2 Bad Bunny songs, I was like, you know what? I'm going to enjoy it and have fun. I like Spanish music. I might not listen to it all day, every day, and might not know a whole bunch of it. But, I know 1 or 2 songs. So, I can, do a little, salsa here and there. So I was okay with the decision. And then I started hearing about the controversy. So apparently, which I didn't know because I live under a rock, sometimes life be lifing, so I hide underneath my rock, and sometimes I'll, pop out, and when it's safe. So apparently he purposely did his residency in Puerto Rico because he didn't want ICE to target his concerts and take any of his fans to, their detention centers, which I understand. It would suck, and you probably would feel so horrible as an artist that, your friends came to dance and, popped their butt, and now their butt is sitting in an ICE detention because they wanted to have fun at your show. I would feel guilty if something happened to any of my fans. So I completely understand why he, did what he did. But of course, it made a lot of people upset. And the Trump administration did not waste time to say, okay, we gonna post up too. We'll be there too. Checking people. I don't know what rich illegal alien has money for the Super Bowl, but I do understand they probably might work the Super Bowl, so I guess that would be a reason for them to be there. At first I was like, no one's gonna buy tickets, but then I thought about the people actually working there. People have to work, so it's also a scary thing there too. So it's been a back and forth to the point where Turning Point USA suggested that they were going to have their own halftime show, because a lot of people were complaining they don't want to hear the Spanish. They don't want to see the booty shaking. They don't want to every year this happens. Everybody's annoyed with the pick and they're frustrated with the pick, and then FCC gets a million complaints the next day. Everybody's blood pressure's up. So they suggested that they'll have their Christian type of Super Bowl. I was going to start to roll my eyes, but then I stopped myself and I was like, you know what? That's actually a really good idea. Why not on Super Bowl day, everybody just be happy? Even though we could have easily just changed the channel, during that time. Get up, go get some nachos, go get your chicken, your french fries. At my house, we have Haitian food during the Super Bowl. You know, at your house, it might be something different. During that time, that's what you could do. But why not have it all? Why not watch the Super Bowl halftime show that you want to watch and have your good food too? And I remembered the reason why I was like, that's not a bad idea. I remembered originally how the Super Bowl halftime show even got to where it is now. Because I remember the interview that Marlon Wayans was having. I don't know if it was last year or this year. He had it with Big Boy. I want to say it was Big Boy. Do you want to know how the Super Bowl halftime show, the halftime show always been there, but do you want to know how the celebrity portion happened? In 1990, In Living Color at the time had their own Super Bowl halftime show. So they did their, I guess apparently the sketch comedy. I haven't seen the episode itself, but so I'm assuming they did a quick sketch comedy and then they had a performer. That brought so much viewership that the NFL was like, no. Next year, they brought Michael Jackson. That infamous Michael Jackson jumping out and just standing there for like 1,000 years. That was the first time that the NFL brought fire to the Super Bowl halftime show, because it took In Living Color to put on a great show for them to do that. Talk about, Black excellence, you know what I mean? But anyways, they did that. And I was just like, I feel like I started counting. I'm like, oh, it's about to be 35 years for In Living Color. That would be amazing if they did a quick 35-year reunion Super Bowl halftime show again on one of the networks. So that gives people an option to turn to as well. They can do, if they want to make up for, everyone's disappointment last year of not having, New Orleans represented, get New Orleans out there represented. And have them do a show. If not, Cardi B, I believe is going to start her tour in February. I don't know the exact date of the Super Bowl exactly. Maybe that'll be a great way to either start her tour or something like that. I'm not sure when the dates are. Boom, that's an idea. Or get, some of the youngins out there. Glow. I love Glow. Get Glow on there. Lotto. It doesn't even need to be like rappers. Get some R&B people. Everybody loves SZA, Doechii. You can get some, other artists that, would be really, really cool. That's more hip hop, more R&B. Then, no offense, Turning Point USA. I'm only saying this because Candace has been putting belt to ass this week on you all. I just think at this time, y'all just need to just sit down and just take a break. Focus on, revamping your organization. You guys just received a monumentous amount, I hope I said that word right, of donations. I would sit down with your team at this time with your new CEO and figure out and continue to do whatever vision that is Turning Point's mission and vision thing that you guys written up for your organization. Let some other Christian organization handle this. K-Love. I love me some K-Love. K-Love, you guys have a YouTube channel. You do I think they have a YouTube channel. I might be making that up. You guys do the Super Bowl halftime shows for the Christians and for the contemporaries and for the people who don't want to see ass shaking and half naked people, as all the complaints are saying. Or TBN, host something on your channel, and that people can, you can pick up your remote and change the channel so you can watch what you want, and everybody's happy. You will have your plate of food. You can sit down and you can actually enjoy the halftime show, and then nobody wants to complain. And then, but if you still have that itch, because I know some people just love to complain. They just love their Twitter fingers. Or X fingers. They just love to, write and email the FCC. The next day, you can go on the other person's Super Bowl halftime show's YouTube channel, or the millions of people who are going to re-upload it and watch it, and then your blood pressure can go right back up and you'll feel much better. That's what I think they should do, honestly. Because at this point, we're such a diverse country. We're such, kind of separated right now, to the point where we can't even sit down and enjoy a halftime show. We might as well just have different ones. And I will enjoy every single one. I will watch a In Living Color 35 reunion halftime show where there might be some, hip hop and R&B. And then I'll just go watch the K-Love one too, because, I can be saved and sanctified as well. And I love me some Brandon Lake. I love me some Chris Tomlin. I love me some Maverick Music City. I love me some Kirk Franklin. I love me some Kirk Franklin. That is my childhood. So they can do both. And then at the same time, while I'm watching that, if you're feeling devious, you can have one playing on your laptop and still be watching Bad Bunny on your larger screen that everybody in the house is watching. So everybody is happy. That's what I think they should do, honestly. So Marlon, get the gang together, because I want to see it. The Waynes, I would love to see an In Living Color reunion Super Bowl halftime show. And I would actually like to see a Christian one too, for those who want to see that. And I love Bad Bunny. I'm gonna watch all three. So that's my thoughts on that. What do you guys think?
Make sure to leave a review. This makes our day and fuels future episodes.
When the Pierre gets bored.